Can you talk about the way that you guys complement each other? How would you describe that?
Yeah, I just think it's going to be tough for people to block, you know, a 6'8" guy and then have to block I don't know his exact height, but
Not 6'8".
So I think it's just going to be tough on guards to game plan for both of us, and I think I'm really excited. You know, I think we complement each other very well. Two different types of players, but I think it's going to be great lining up inside with him.
Have you guys already had conversations about what your potential could be?
No, not really. He was here, so I got a chance to meet him first day OTAs, and so you know, just getting to know each other and start working together. And I'm sure you know a lot of that's going to naturally come about.
Arik, how's your health? Did you have to do any cleanups or anything, foot or ankle?
No, nothing. Feeling good. So excited about that. Have a healthy off season.
Does Javon remind you of anybody you played next to, DJ Jones or anybody like that in the past?
He's pretty unique, you know, super explosive, powerful guy, the run and pass game, pretty dynamic player, a guy who, you know, has been in the league for a little minute now, but has always, you know, even as of late, these past couple of years, has made a bigger name for himself as a player, and he's known as, you know, one of the best defensive tackles in the league. So it's going to be fun playing with him.
It's been your observation on the new defensive coordinator and D'Amico. You guys obviously liked him, looked up to him. Was a little bit lost, but Wilkes has got a reputation in his own right as well.
Yeah, it's been great so far. I think this is my 5th D coordinator since I've been here. All different in some ways, and you know, I've heard when we hired him, I heard great things about him. One of my best friends, Shaq Thompson, was with him in Carolina, and speaks very highly of him, and told me that I was going to love him. And then, you know, ever since I got a chance to meet him, been around him, you know, that's been very true. He's a great leader, and he's looking to come in and not change everything what we're doing, but just add another level and take it up a notch. So I'm excited, and excited to get to know him more, and excited to play for him.
It's been a while now since you made that move full time inside. Can you see a possibility of going back and being that base down guy at the end and then moving inside the rush the passer? Where's your mind at when it comes to that kind of scenario?
That hasn't been discussed. I'll probably be playing inside, but you know, I'm a versatile player and can play anywhere. So you never know. If there was a situation where they needed me to do that, that wouldn't be an issue. But I don't see that. That hasn't been, you know, the plan or discussed.
When you guys gathered last week to start the off-season program, was there a message Kyle or somebody said to kind of get around, try to get you through this, and after how close you guys have come the last 2 years?
Not really. I mean, you know, it's good to, you know, get some time away. You know, the season is very long, weighs on you mentally and physically. So it's always good to get some time away and refresh and regroup. And it's always exciting to get back to football. It's not training camp and the season not starting yet, but it's exciting to get back around the guys and you know, start that journey of you know, our ultimate goal, which is winning the Super Bowl, which we've been close here, you know, these past few years, and you know, that's on our mind to get that done.
With some of the departures you guys have had on the D-line, it would seem like there's a big opportunity for Drake Jackson. What have you kind of seen from him, and what are your expectations for his growth going into the team?
Yeah, Drake is a great, talented player. He definitely is going to, you know, have a bigger role this year. You know, we've had some key losses along the D-line, and you know, I'm excited for him and his opportunity this year. He's been working extremely hard this off season and putting himself in the best position possible to be successful. And I think he's going to be a hell of a player for us and have an amazing career. So, you know, this year is going to be a big jump for him, and I'm excited to see it, and we definitely need it.
I assume you're assume you're a Kings fan, maybe not. Have you been watching the series?
Yeah, definitely been watching, definitely rocking with the Kings. So, just so everybody knows that.
Survive without funds, broken.
Yeah, I just saw that before I came in here. That's tough news. Tough news to hear. Sucks, really.
Did you have the first two games?
No, I haven't been in any game. I've been busy with my family, so I gotta find some time to make it to a game.
You gonna go on Wednesday?
I wish. I don't know. I might try to, but I haven't planned to yet. But I might pop up out there.
What is Will Ferrell looking for?
I've known Cleve for some years now. You know, I met him his rookie year. His rookie year, he came and trained with me, actually out here in San Jose. And so I've known him for some years and got a chance to work with him. And you know, Cleve is a great player. You know, he was a guy that I talked to, you know, the coaches and staff about, a guy that, you know, I think would have been great to bring here, just because I know him. I know how hard he works, and I know the type of player he can be if put in a good situation. And I think here is a great situation for him. If you look at some of the past guys that's kind of been in his position that we brought in, they've had some success here, like Arden, Sampson, Charles. A lot of guys have had success in that role, so I'm excited to see it. You know, I know coach is going to put a plan in place for him, and I think it's going to work for his skill set, and I think he's going to have a tremendous year.
And do you speak to the coaching staff about him?
Well, of course I know him, so in the off season when they're identifying guys, you know, I shared my thoughts of what I thought about him, and you know, I have a personal relationship with him, and I know him as a player too, so I thought he was definitely.
This offseason?
Yeah, I thought he would definitely be a good fit here.
Coach Warner just talked to us about how he would never want to be a general manager or a talent evaluator. Do you see yourself in that role after your career's over?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm done playing. You know, I love football. I love studying my opponents and taking that approach, a mental approach to the game. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, but football has changed my life and been an extreme blessing for me. So I don't know if I'll veer off too far from it, but we'll see.
Two more?
Lynch and Shanahan both talked about wanting to get back the pass rush back to 2019 level. Not that it's been bad, but I mean, have you felt that it hasn't been had that same level of prominence in Hargrave and other additions or Greg Jackson developing? Could get back to that?
Well, I mean, it's just been different. You know, each year is different. 2019, obviously, I would say our D-line was star-studded, a lot of big names, and you know, we played really well. It was the first year, you know, we really had a lot of team success in a long time too. So people also weren't checking for us, and we jumped on a lot of people and surprised a lot of people, really. And I think if you look at ever since 19, I think people they block us differently. They prepare for us in a different way, and so you know that has forced us to continue to develop, you know, what we do up front, and you know, we've been playing top 5 football since then, and but it's been in a different way. You know, we've had to add pieces and you know, create pressure different ways, but it's been a lot of fun figuring that out. And you know, I think at what they're trying to recreate is just that overwhelming, like can't be stopped. And you know, when someone has a one-on-one, you know, there's guys out there who you don't want to leave one-on-one, and you know, all of us having those opportunities to go out there and win our matchup. So it's gonna be fun.
What's considered two loud guys on
not just the X's and O's, but, Chris identifying the player that he believes in and instilling that confidence in them and having a plan for them. Sometimes guys can get in the league and, they don't have a plan for you and, you don't go out there and have success right away and people's opinion of you wavers and, that can be tough on a player. But playing for a guy that believes in you and has a plan for you and wants you to be successful and wants to help you in your career, that gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of peace. And then, just the way we play, the style we play, I think is super helpful and beneficial too. Attacking and letting us play free. And then just our DNA of our defense. You want to be attached to our defense because we have a great reputation around the league. When you turn on the tape, other teams want to be a part of that. And so that's why you see guys who play, here and play in our defense going on and get big contracts because of the way we play. The type of player you're going to get when you sign one of us. And that's a big testament to Chris and what he's established here.
You've seen
Last one.
You've seen a lot of big time quarterbacks leave the NFC in the last 2 years, whether Drew Brees and Tom Brady, and now Aaron Rodgers is off to the Jets officially to Vegas. So I'm just kind of curious what your thought, big picture is on the NFC and how it should be up for grabs.
The AFC has a lot of young, superstar quarterbacks. So say there might be a shift in the divisions, but I feel it's always going to be those teams that people are sleeping on that pop up. There's going to be some teams in the NFC who haven't been good in a long time that I think are going to be good and compete and make a push and be in the playoffs. So in the off season, a lot of speculation and teams get hyped up in the off season, and then once you get to week 10 and 11 and 12, then you get to see who the really good teams are and who's going to have a shot to compete for a Super Bowl.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
That's it today.